This episode is sponsored by Zenro Clothing Co. Pick up your tees and or accessories at zenroclothingco.com and be sure to use offer code Socrates at checkout for 20% off select items. Also, if you're not into spending the money, just check out the Zenro radio playlist. zenroclothingco.com, music for your everyday. This episode also sponsored by The Portian Bakery. If you're located in the Portian area of Scarborough, Toronto, be sure to check out The Portian Bakery, say what's up to Arville, and pick up a donut or two. Baked daily, crafted with love. This episode also sponsored by Podbean. Podbean is the podcasting platform of choice. It's the one that me and Vish use, and is great. You know, if you're looking to start that DIY podcast yourself, definitely check out Podbean. Use the link podbean.com/SocraticGamers and gain 1 month of unlimited podcasting for free. Test it out, build that content. Anyone could podcast, right, Vish?
Yep.
Start a podcast and get your ideas out there. All right, enjoy the episode. All right, so we missed last week and a lot of craziness happened. We'll get into that, but I wanted to ask you a question about UBI. Okay, because I was thinking about this one. And okay, if you don't know what UBI is, it's like universal basic income. And the idea is they give everyone a base amount of money to live off of. And then if you want extra money to go on like vacation and stuff, you'd have to like work. You know, so sort of like, you know, every year we kind of, if you're in like a specific tax bracket, we get like money like from the government, like a GIC credit or something. Like, you know what I mean?
GST,
Those
yeah.
like, yeah, something like that, right? So it sort of, it would essentially work like that. You would pull, under the Bernie Sanders model, you'd pull 1% from corporations, and then that would give you so much money that you could disperse it throughout everyone. And then that amount would be like, I don't know, it'd be like enough to have food and rent.
Mhm.
Okay. So what do you think of that model?
I think we had a trial, right? I don't know what the trial was, but
Oh, we had a trial? Oh, no,
we
I
were
didn't know that.
trying doing that. Like there was a small group of people, a trial to see how you
Okay. In Canada or
in Canada.
like, oh, no way. Okay. And how'd it go?
I can't remember if it was provincial government or a federal government thing. But then when the government changed, I think
Oh,
I
so
don't
they
know
didn't
what.
even like
So like yeah, to get the
the
results of it,
study.
I'm not sure.
Ah, okay. Or it reminds me of COVID. Remember COVID? They were giving everybody like $2,000 to stay home, or $2,000, yeah, total to stay home.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? So like, not everyone, but like if you didn't have a job, so
Mhm.
like that, maybe it would just mirror something like that. Do you see any like problems with that, or do you think that's a solid way to go forward? Because I'm like before, I was like so into UBI. I was like, oh man, that's the future. Like, what else are you gonna do?
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And like, especially if there's no jobs, like you have to do UBI. Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but now I'm of the opinion that maybe that's actually the wrong move. I was like talking about it with Tara. She's like, "What's this UBI thing that I'm hearing about on her podcast?" Like, it's finally made its way to like, you know, the podcast that she listens to, and they start talking about like UBI. And one thing that is interesting about the UBI perspective is like, if you don't know how to manage money, if you give them more money, you still don't know how to manage it. So if you get like $2,000 from the government, they're like, "Oh, cool, I can blow this." And it's like, "What about your rent?" Oh, damn, I forgot about that.
That is what happened.
Right? That makes total sense, right?
Yeah.
So I think the solution isn't UBI, it's reduce cost of living, because that would make it so that you didn't have to quit your job. Because imagine how many people would just quit their job if they got enough money to like live. You're
Mhm.
like, well, I'll just get this Xbox and I'll just like live in the future of like the meta world, you know?
Right.
And then like nothing else will matter outside of the digital space.
Mhm.
Like, could you see that happening? You know, if you just got like money, it's like, okay, I'm just gonna like, I'm gonna coast. You know, nobody's gonna really like work or like strive. But the idea is like with the robots will do all the work for you.
Mhm.
That's why you need the UBI, right?
Yeah.
But like, like, will we just misuse it?
But there's gonna be,
You
of
know?
course, but I don't know if it's necessarily like majority percent.
Okay. Okay. Yes, I agree. That was my thing. That was my like perspective. Not logically, I think most people would misuse it.
Hmm.
But like I have to like refuse to believe that or else I just become nihilistic. Because then it's like, what's the point, bro? Because like you can't trust humans. Nobody knows what they're doing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
Like even like the little things, like what was that? We uh we asked ChatGPT like how many people in Canada are like living like paycheck to paycheck, and they're like 85%. And you're like, damn. And that's not like including savings and like all this stuff, right? So it's like, okay, if you give them more money, it's like is it like a money management issue, or is it a um like a like a lack of money issue?
Right. I mean, this is why the trial to see how these things work, the best way to, if it's work, does it work as it tries to be, or the intention, or is it not working, and how are people, they're not viewing it as any value with the money, they're just spending it, so that's not really.
Yeah.
So I would suggest that a trial or a test to be done to actually know what is the case.
But if
That
you yeah, no, totally. But how can you do a trial of reducing the cost of living? Like I get
No,
the
I'm talking
free
about the
money thing,
UBI
but like
one. Yeah,
no, totally.
yeah.
I agree with that. Like, but like, how do you know which way to go? Like, is it either you give them more money or you just reduce cost of living? Because if you reduce cost of living, they still need to keep their job. But if you give them UBI, they might just be like, "Oh, I'm done working."
Well, then I would say the trial for that would be a government facility unit to
Like
control the
they.
cost of living.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Like within one area.
Yeah, yeah. Like I don't know. Whoever
Okay.
has to figure that out, how to do
Yeah,
that
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
study. But whatever the case, that's probably how they picked even the people for the UBI, right? Specific area.
Oh, true. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay, that's fair. That's a fair point. Because like so like these people um I don't want to like name the name, so it's like I'll say it as like these people. So like they were going out with like coworkers, and the person like went out with them, and then they only bought like two drinks, and then they were like, "Oh man, my coworker spent like $100 on drinks."
Hmm.
And then that didn't even include the food. So like now you're looking at like a 150, $200 bill for one night. And it's just like, that's a spending issue, bro. Because how many people do you know that like make lots of money, but they still don't have money? And it's like, I think that's the issue. I think it's just like
Well,
poor
yeah.
money
So
management.
they even say that it comes down to even credit cards. Credit cards make you do this because it's not
Because
real
you're like, I
money.
pay it off later.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, totally.
And they think they pay off what the minimum or whatever, and then you don't realize how much percentage uh,
Yeah, totally. Yep.
interest is on that.
No, for sure. But I also feel like it's like a gamble because like I'm in a better position now than when I was like 10 years ago. And like spending on credit gave me the knowledge and experience. Like I couldn't buy the laptop, for example.
Hmm.
So if you're like, okay, I got to manage my money, it's like, remember when my laptop was dying at the end of last year? I was like, I was trying to hold off, and then it just wouldn't work anymore. So I had to buy a new one. So
Right.
it's like, that's what credit is good for, though. Like if you're investing in yourself, I can understand that like you have a plan to pay it off in the
Hmm.
future. Or like you know it'll work out or something like that. You know what I mean? But like frivolous spending to me is just like maybe that's the problem. It's like, did you really need to like spend
Yeah.
$200 on
Exactly.
like a dinner for yourself? You know? I
Hmm.
get the laptop thing. It's like, all right, that's how you make everything, right? But like it's the frivolous spending,
Hmm.
you know? And how many people like even are consciously aware of the frivolous spending? They're like, well, I was just spending what I had. I had the money, so I spent it. And like, oh, what about savings? Like, what savings? You know what I mean?
Right.
That's my like, I don't know. That's just how like that's how I like I'm worried about UBI now because I'm like, oh yeah, people would take advantage of it, you know, or like do it incorrectly, or like you're just gonna create a bigger problem because now they're getting more money that they can spend on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like there's this thing in America, this like joke that when the tax return comes at the end of the year or something, everybody's got a new like Louis Vuitton bag because they get like $2,000 back from the government after doing their taxes, and they go right to like Louis Vuitton. They spend it on like a purse.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, dog, that could have been used to like something, your rent or I don't know. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm off the UBI train right now. Unless you see something where you're like, oh, maybe that'll actually work. Like
No, no.
within.
I would not saying I'm for or against. I would say run the study to find out if these.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. 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 I don't know. Like as I get older, I'm kind of like, do you even trust humans anymore?
Mm-hmm.
Like really thinking about it. Like not to sound like negative or like anti-human or anything, but like when you look in the UFO stuff and we're like we're like shooting down these crafts allegedly and then like killing the beings allegedly, and then like you look at the Epstein files, that's not even allegedly anymore, that's like okay, we see it, you're just like bro, what,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and there's like 8 billion people of us, so it's like because like everyone's like, oh yeah, the big fear is that like population's gonna run out, you know but it's like, bro, there's 8 billion, come on, is that fear mongering? Like Elon
Well,
Musk,
well, yeah. They're morally talking about Western, which is
Okay,
the
but like put the caveat
white
out there,
population.
bro. No, you know what I'm saying? Right? Like, no, exactly, exactly. And that kind of stuff makes me be like, okay, we're just being like strung along and we're not smart enough or like brave enough to look at
Mm,
the seriousness of the matter?
right.
And then like with the Epstein file stuff, and then I told you, I was like texting you that because I was like, oh, what's Patrick Bet David saying about
Yeah.
it? He's like, oh, it's the Democrats, it's Bill Clinton. Like, yeah, because you can write. Remember that thing you said, like, oh, they just record any report.
Yeah.
So like you can
Yeah.
go
I
in
was
as like a
showing you
hotline, right?
all
Yeah,
the
yeah,
stuff.
totally, totally,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Yeah, yeah, exactly. And like uh, Alex Jones's thing is like because you can enter any report, that's why Trump's name is in it so much. Like it's just that other
Okay.
people are reporting on it, but it's not factually correct. It's just tips and hotlines. And you're like, if you hear it like that, you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But I'm like, but no, there's emails.
Yeah.
Like that's not a report, bro. That's like an email.
Yeah.
But they're saying it like, oh yeah, anybody can report anything. Like Bill Clinton's the real issue here, not Trump. And I'm like, what? Bro, you were like against satanic pedophiles, and you just saw that Trump is in there, and you're like totally cool with it. Like what?
Mm.
And both of them were like, yeah, yeah, totally. They're agreeing with one another. I'm like, oh man, this is fake now.
Yeah.
So then it's like, what do you believe? Like, what do you believe, bro?
Mm.
Maybe no. Like, actually, I'm like asking you a question. Like, what do you believe? Like, what can you believe? Nothing.
No, I don't think that's the case. No, they were only representing that one side. They were never neutral. Look at both sides.
Right, right. But think about the microphone that they have, like the
Oh yeah, yeah. No, no.
megaphone.
I
You
know.
know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
They had
like,
big influence. Yeah.
right? And then you're like, how can I trust anything you're saying now?
Right.
Like with anything, like
Hmm.
like the alien thing. Now I'm just like, all right, Jesse Michaels, I keep bringing him on because like American Alchemy, I love his stuff, right? But like saying like, oh, it's great that Trump's gonna release the alien files is like, bro,
Well, the whole
forget the
idea was
aliens.
to
Let's
switch it from Epstein.
right, exactly. And it's like, bro, like I get the alien thing, bro, but this is crazier than the alien thing. Like I
Right.
don't see an alien in my day-to-day basis, but like that's still unverified,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
aliens. Like it could just all be black ops tech,
Hmm.
or like Nazi reverse engineering stuff. Like we don't know if it's actual alien extraterrestrial life,
Hmm.
but we do know that they're emails. So it's
Yes.
like I think we need to all like that's how like even with the UFO stuff. Like I kind of took a pause because I'm like I have to hear more about this Epstein stuff because this actually in the hierarchy
Well,
of things,
these
like
are
this is
real.
way
These are
crazier.
actual. Yeah, actual evidence is there.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Like the other stuff is like there's evidence, but it's like, like
It's not a
there's
hearsay.
evidence.
There's evidence, but also there's a lot of someone told me. versus
Yeah, so you're like, which
what's
one's
the
real,
yeah.
or is it like, is this all connected somehow? Which it does kind of seem like, but I'm
I
just
would
like,
say the weirdest thing, or not the weirdest thing, but a lot of the people that are on Trump's administration were in the emails.
oh really?
Yeah.
I only know Elon Musk.
You know,
Is Tulsi Gabbard there too?
this guy named Lutnick, one of
Oh
his,
wow.
he's always there with him. And he said he
Oh
never met
wow.
him after this one time. He was his neighbor,
Oh
remember?
yeah, yeah. I've been watching. Yeah, I've been seeing that
Yeah.
guy. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That guy's like a lot of his team is in the email.
Right. Okay. So one thing that do you see the Andrew Schultz one with that Indian dude?
Uh,
There's like a podcast, and then he was
is
like, I've
that
been
from
talking
the
about the
recent
Epstein
one or
files.
like an old one?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It just came out
I
like
haven't seen the.
a couple days ago. Okay, so in that he was basically saying like like it's just like I'm okay, yeah, like so he was basically saying that like it's all kind of a I mean like it is a conspiracy, but it's like I don't know how to explain this. It's like so entrenched in everything and like what you're saying like he was there in the files the Lutnick guy and it's just like it it's like why can't we just like look at it like
Mm-hmm.
why can't we just like we've been all saying it why can't we just move forward with like it like, you know what I mean it's like it's still on the like it's like yeah it came out but it's like but nothing's happening about it
At least in the U.S. Yeah.
you see what I mean and I'm just
Yeah.
like it's like this is giving me like confusion over the whole system or like a disbelief in the whole system now because it's like why are we not doing anything about it
Mm-hmm.
like why are we ignoring it
Right. Yeah.
you know why is it because the president is in
I
the
think
Epstein
because it's
files
the president. I think there's a lot more hidden away that haven't really. They were trying to what's her name, Pam Bondi, question her about the releases and everything because she's the head of the GOJ or whatever. Don't know her exact positioning, but I think it's the Senate or Congress that was interviewing her. All she was um talking about something else or talking like transitioning into oh look how well the president's doing, the Dow is up. Or, like what does that have to do with anything? You can watch that video. How much she was getting grilled, but she kept changing the topic. She kept changing it to
yeah
something else. She doesn't want to answer anything that's related to.
exactly and it's just like as because he was breaking it down in the thing and like it get in that podcast and he's getting it's so deep that you're just like is it over like like is the reason why we're not looking at it because you can realize that the whole system is corrupt you are the bad guys
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean
Yeah.
and it's like he wasn't outright saying that but it was like the deconstruction of what he was saying was like damn bro we've been played we all knew it was like happening
Mm-hmm.
like even leading up to this like oh he's a womanizer oh he's a sexual deviant he was on Howard Stern remember and like all that
Who
stuff
was
and
on
it's like
Howard Stern? Oh, you're talking about Trump.
Trump
Yeah.
yeah and then he was like yo you're a predator and he's like yeah I'm a little predator like do you see that clip
Yeah. I've seen.
and right and then it's like and then you have like the clip of that guy that you're saying was like in the files and like he's Trump's right hand person you're just like and then he was outright lying
Mm-hmm.
and then Cash Patel was like lying on the stand
Mm-hmm. Yeah, him
Right?
too.
He was like, oh, I haven't seen anything. Like, and then that one guy was like, oh, that's perjury. He's trying to catch those two in perjury now. Cause like you
Hmm.
knew it was on your desk. You saw it. We all see it. It's like you said that they're not in there. It's like, well, of what I said, of what I saw. And like, and that's, and that's like his out, you know?
Yeah,
Like, oh, I said of what I saw. And
he's
you're
the head of
like,
the FBI.
right? And it's just like, no, we're being lied to in front of our faces.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is part of his. This is the pick he picked. Trump picked.
So is America the bad guy?
This current administration is.
But like when you look at the files, you're like, damn, Richard Branson, and like one thing that the Indian dude said on the I don't know his name, so I'm just gonna refer to him as that guy.
I think I
He's
know who
saying
you're talking about. I think he does news, right?
yeah, he was like kicked off some other platform, so like they gave him this one.
Okay.
He was working for somewhere else.
Yeah, yeah.
Like he's been like covering the Epstein stuff for like a while, and they all thought he was crazy because he's covering it. But allegedly he was saying like the whole cannibalism thing, it's not real. It's like the cannibalism thing was in relation to a restaurant called Cannibal.
Hmm.
So we don't know if they're actually eating babies or if it was like the restaurant,
Sure.
you know?
Yeah.
So he's giving like that kind of out, but I'm like, okay, let's like I can't like I get it, like sure, but we're kind of at this point now where it's like let's throw everything on the table and you have to tell us what's not real. Whereas
Hmm.
like right now we're like sifting forward like that's not like innocent until proven guilty, you
Yeah.
know? And I'm like, bro, now you're just guilty and let's just like work backwards. There's no innocent anymore. It's like you're in there. Let's see what you didn't did and did do, you
Right.
know?
Yeah. And who? Again, they're only supposed to redact victims' names, not the names that they have currently also redacted, which are like they
Like
revealed some of
influential
them.
people.
Yeah.
Oh, really, eh?
They revealed some. What did you say?
Uh
Which
um
people?
the influential people.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Certain billionaires, certain influential people in the one guy from Dubai, then
Yeah,
Les
yeah, yeah.
Wexner name,
Yeah.
and some other lady. Like these are names that were redacted that came out of from Ro Khanna.
Who's that?
He's
That he
a congressperson.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Him and
Is it a
then this
Chinese dude
other. No, he's
who
Indian.
like oh. Who's the Chinese dude who was like grilling
That's probably
that
in
lady?
Congress too.
And he
Congress
was
or
like,
Senate. I
you
don't know.
committed
I don't know his name. Yeah, 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 yeah.
he's like, you committed perjury, you lied, you know.
Right. Yeah.
And then even the ICE thing, bro, like the killing of the nurse um and then the other good, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it's like when you see that kind of stuff and then them lying, because you can go to two different channels, right? Like, and then you go to like the Fox one and she's like, they had a gun, whatever. And then you go to like CNN and it's like, and then they play the footage. You're like, bro, you're lying to us.
Yeah.
You know
One
what I
side
mean?
is
It's
lying.
like,
Yeah. Exactly.
so like, even with the alien thing now, I'm just like, how can we trust anything?
Hmm.
You know?
Sure.
It's
Yeah.
like, it's so crazy. Like, I'm
You.
sure
It's
there's
really
like,
that you have to read the documents yourself to.
no, it's always really, but like I mean, like UFOs and nukes is a great book about like the UFO stuff, and it's like it's so undeniable that there's a UFO thing there, right? But
Mhm.
it's like, is that technology or is that extraterrestrial beings? You know, and
Right.
it's like even with that, I'm like, but what part are you lying to me about? What part is a psyop? What part is Trump controlling the narrative on? You know what I mean? It's like once you've been like called out as such a crazy liar, it's like I just can't trust anything anymore
Yeah.
of what's going on, you know, because like all those like pro UFO people, if they're not talking about Epstein files, it's like, okay, like why how can I listen to you about the UFO stuff? You're not even willing to talk about like the fact that all these UFO people are all like, oh yeah, Trump's gonna make a statement about UFOs soon. Like he has a speech written where he's gonna like release to the public the truth about UFOs and like, oh, I'm so happy that Trump is doing this. Is like, are you happy he's in the files? Because like, bro, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, why are you so pro this? Like, I get it. Sure, they're like, oh, we can't throw the baby out with the bathwater, but it's like, yeah, but that bathwater is dirty, bro. Like, we may need to throw it out. You know,
Hmm.
like, don't give him any credit for like talking about UFOs. Like, that could literally just be distraction away from the Epstein files.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and it's
Hmm.
like, why are you guys so
And this is what
like
he's
the
good at. This
you
is
know?
what he's good at. He's good at being in the press and talking about different things to really sway away from the one major one that he's in.
Yeah, exactly. So like the only one that I've seen who is really good about this is Forbidden Knowledge,
Hmm.
Billy Carson dude, because he posts a lot of like Epstein stuff and UFO stuff, and he's even saying like this UFO thing's a distraction. So like that to me, I'm like, okay, you have eyes open, bro. But like, no offense, Jesse Michaels, but like Jesse Michaels, like being like saying, oh, great job, Trump, for this release. It's like,
But
nah,
isn't his
bro.
main thing just about UFOs?
It's just about UFOs, but like, still, bro. You know what I mean? It's like that's
I
almost
get
like
it. I
saying,
get
"Oh,
it. But I think he's maybe just staying in his lane. UFO.
for sure, for sure." But that's akin to being like, "Thank you, Nazis, for figuring out what cold temperatures do to the body because you used a bunch of gas chamber people to test." And
Right.
you're like, "What? What are you saying?" You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's like, bro, they just what? They just like did a whole Holocaust, and you're talking about like the positives of
Yeah. Hmm.
using. You get what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah. Yeah.
why to me it's like it's kind of weird.
Hmm.
Like even if you do get some benefit from this, it's pretty crazy that you just did that. So like
Right.
let's acknowledge that they did that, you know?
Yeah.
But there's
Yeah.
no acknowledgement. So I'm like, oh my God, bro.
Mm.
Like Tim Burchett, there's a guy who's like super pro UFO and stuff, pro Epstein files, or Anna Paulina, whatever her name is. Like she was put on the UAP task force. So like she's like the head of the UAP task force and she has to like um
Oh, you're
um
talking about the Congress lady?
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, her. So like I've been looking at her stuff and she's like, yeah, like she's just talking about UFOs, bro. And I'm like, what about the child trafficking? What about the Epstein files, bro? Like, where are you on that? Because you
Hmm.
were put in charge to like investigate that kind of stuff,
Hmm.
you know? And she was like in her podcast with Patrick Bet David, she was like, oh, Trump's so great, like he was so nice, blah blah blah. And it's like, bro, what do you
Hmm.
say now? Like, come on, you guys gotta say something,
Right.
you know?
Oh
Like,
yeah. I mean, the blame is on Democrats.
that's crazy. Like one thing that they were saying that I saw was like, if you're named like a million times in the Epstein files, like Trump is, it's like you had a strong role, if not a major role, in this whole thing.
Hmm.
Because why does it keep going back to you?
Right.
You know? Yeah, I don't know. Like with that looming over USA and them being the most powerful country, it's like, what do we do as a species?
Hmm.
But like, how do we move forward? You know?
I'm not sure. Yeah. Something has to happen.
Like arrests, maybe. But like, I don't know. Even arrests is like, what? Who are you gonna arrest? All the billionaires?
Hmm.
Like the Andrew, the Prince Andrew. Is he
Yeah.
arrested or is he like in questioning?
Well, he was arrested, but out on bail.
Okay. Stripped
Yeah.
of all his titles.
He was stripped of his all his titles like a week ago,
Oh damn. All right.
then arrested earlier this week. Or I guess it'll go to trial or whatever the.
And then who's the would you say the Dubai person? I saw like the
A
Saudi
lot
guy
of
as
people, yeah,
well.
a lot of people are just like stepping down or resigning from certain positions.
Yeah. Which like yeah, bro. So now now what do you do with this
Hmm.
for America? Like you're seeing what all the other countries are doing. If you don't do anything, America as like the biggest player and the source of the Epstein files, like I kind of feel like you just became the new Nazi Germany, bro.
Hmm.
Like we all saw like the whole like ICE thing, and you see like the I don't know, like the UFO stuff, and then you see the Epstein files, the Harvey Weinstein, the Puff Daddy, the Jay-Z now. You're like, bro,
Mhm.
are you evil? Like that's really what I keep coming back to. Like, and that's why the Sean Ryan podcast. I think I like text you it. I bought the book, but I haven't read it yet. But like, it's about how like, are we the bad guys? And it's
Mhm.
written from an American. And it's like, maybe, bro,
Right.
maybe. Like, let's look at the timeline of World War II. You know, like America came into the war. They dropped the two nukes. Um, Hitler's Germany backed down, and then they absorbed some Nazis into America.
Mhm.
So it's like, where did they go wrong? You know, before that it was like Britain, but now it's like America. It's like, where did they go wrong?
I mean, after World War II.
Maybe it was before World War II. Maybe it was World War II. Maybe it was after World War II. It's just like,
America was
when
like the
did
last
things
one to
go?
join. They did not want to join.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, they
Okay.
only joined after.
Pearl Harbor. Yeah.
I,
Okay.
I
So,
think I think they only joined after. I don't know the exact dates, but they really didn't want to go to this European war.
oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, cool. So, okay. So going back to it's like, when did you become corrupt?
Maybe after, but I think that Britain couldn't do their job. World, someone had to.
Well, one thing that I've been hearing a lot of, it's like related to UFOs and the Epstein files, is the CIA and like their black budget stuff
Mhm.
is like they couldn't fund it through normal means, hence why they did a lot of money laundering. But in order to money launder, they had to get in like embedded with like gangs and stuff, like the mob,
Right.
because like they didn't know how to money launder, so
Mhm.
like they went with the mob, and the mob money laundered a lot of their money, and that's what they used to like pull off their acts around the world. And then that's where the church hearing happened, church community hearing, where like they found out about the MK Ultra, um, like all the LSD
Mhm. Mhm.
experiments.
Mhm.
The there was like another one where they're gonna fake like they exploded a passenger plane and then blame it on Cuba so that they can go to war with them.
Right.
You know, and it's like a lot of people are saying that it's the CIA that's run amok.
Mhm.
Even in the program, the Age of Disclosure, they say the CIA is at the heart of the
Mhm.
UFO stuff.
Right.
So is it like, is that the shadow government? Is there a shadow government going on? Maybe that's
Maybe
what it
it's the
is.
CIA. Yeah. Yeah. It's called.
Because yeah, because a lot of them say like the
Because
reason
even
why
they're not
Epstein.
supposed. Like even during 9/11, they didn't reveal what they knew. Whenever someone comes into America, you have to inform FBI.
Oh, really?
The
Okay,
FBI is
cool.
only inside of America, right?
Yeah, domestic terrorists.
Yeah.
What they're looking for. Okay, yeah.
And CIA is supposed to be.
Oh,
Uh,
and CIA didn't tell them about.
yeah, something like that.
Okay, do you see Cenk Uger's thing where he's like, I don't believe in 9/11 anymore?
No, I didn't see that.
Okay, he tweeted that he doesn't believe in 9/11, like the official narrative of 9/11.
Okay.
And I'm like, why'd you say that?
Mhm.
Like I've seen a lot of like 9/11 was a crazy moment in our lives. Like
Mhm.
I distinctly remember 9/11. Do you remember 9/11?
A little bit, yeah.
Like you remember it's like, oh, it was on the news, like people, all these people
Yeah,
died.
yeah.
I went to the New York City memorial for 9/11, right? And like, okay, what if that was all staged by the CIA?
Mhm.
Because of like buildings don't like there's so many videos like debunking 9/11, and they're like it had controlled explosives throughout all the floors because it was like a demolition. And right, and then I was like, I don't know, like maybe that's kind of weird, like that's a lot of speculation because like, oh, the heat melted the pipes, and then the pipes are what caused like a demolition style explosion, destruction of the buildings, right? But then you look at what happened in Hong Kong when they had that giant fire
Mhm.
and they just put that thing out. It didn't level.
Yeah, right.
right? So now I'm like, that is kind of weird. You had another real world example of a fire and it didn't get leveled like in New York. Was it just perfect timing?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But how did both buildings fall? Now I sound like a crazy conspiracy theorist, but like, how did both buildings fall like a controlled demolition? It's kind of weird, right?
Right.
And then we do know about like CIA doing crazy things on Americans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't forget, it wasn't just Twin Towers got.
The third tower, right? Somebody keeps talking about that.
No, no, no. I'm talking about Pentagon. There was another flight that was supposed to.
Oh, so you're saying that? Well, like, what are you saying? Like that?
Like, who was part of those ones? And that
Oh, yeah,
actually
yeah,
hit
true, true, true.
Pentagon.
True. Yeah, that's true. But maybe that was all like stage two. Maybe that was like they knew that if they hit this wing of the Pentagon, it would be like the lowest amount of damage. Like you know what I
Okay.
mean? Like maybe they just let that happen, or like
Well, I
I
don't
don't
know where
know.
the
There's
other one
like,
was going. The other plane was going. That
but
was not
then that
shot
got
down.
downed.
That was by the people inside.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like it seems kind of weird that Cenk Uyghur's now being like, I don't believe the official narrative, and I'm like, who? Okay, what does that mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know? And like with UFOs, Epstein files, 9/11, and like that's all linked because the person who was a part of the she worked for Bush or Clinton something, and then it was like she was doing the mortgages, and you know that lady, and then she was like talking about
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
underground bases that she saw, yeah, yeah. And then Suzanne something, I forgot her name, but she was saying that the government lost like trillions of dollars or something, and then when the towers blew up, they're like, oh, all the records were in those towers, so they
Mm-hmm.
had to like they couldn't figure out like they had to like account for it, and then I guess like the day before they had to account for it, the twin towers fell, and
Okay.
then it's at least just like okay, a lot of coincidences going on here,
Mm-hmm.
but this like it's like oh that's a conspiracy theory, and it's like so are the Epstein files.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It just kind of opens the door for like everything now,
Right.
or is like when do you build that discernment?
Who is saying that everything is a conspiracy,
Yeah, yeah,
or
exactly,
or
exactly.
where do you
Like when
decide what is conspiracy, what's not?
no, where do you like throw out that idea? You know what I mean? You're like if I said like, oh, there's like the reptilians living all over the earth, blah
Mm-hmm.
blah blah, right? And then you're like, oh, that's too crazy, bro. Throw that theory out. So like when do you throw it out and when are you like, oh, let me consider this?
I don't think you should throw out anything. I think it's just a level of percentages of what you believe in. You can have 70%, maybe it's there. 30% is could be this way. I don't think you
Oh,
if
that's
it
pretty cool. I like that actually. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right.
Degree of confidence.
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool. That's what Andrew Bustamante does. He's like my degrees of confidence. That's what the CIA does. They're just like, I
Uh,
believe with certainty this. You know what I mean?
yeah, because you can't be even within science. Nothing, even what considered fact, it's still like 99% fact, but there's a chance that this can
Yeah,
change
yeah. Totally, totally, totally.
based on new evidence.
Like, yeah, totally, totally. So like thinking about the reptilians,
Mm-hmm.
okay? You know, people are like, oh, the reptiles that are on this planet, whatever, like the alien reptiles. You're like, dude, that sounds crazy, bro. Like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
And then you look into like Hindu mythology and you see the Naga, which are like snake people,
Yeah.
and you're like, bro, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do you mean? Maybe those were the aliens. Maybe like, why would you have? And people are like, oh, it's a representation of blah blah blah, right? And you're like, or it was what they saw.
Right.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's like when do we go from like them just making up stories to it being real?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like they talk about in the Odyssey and like ancient times there were giants that roamed the earth,
Yeah.
right? And then we're like, no, giants aren't real, bro. We would have found the bones. And then you look at old clippings and they're like, oh, we found a bunch of like giant bones. Or like even in different parts of the world, they find giant bones, but
Mhm.
they don't like bring it up. And you're just like, okay, but maybe it was real. Maybe giants were real. Maybe the reptilians were real. The Naga.
Yeah, no, I don't. I see. There's different ways of looking at that. Yeah. What do they mean by giants? They have a description
That's
of
the,
those giants, and
but that's what I mean. Yeah, no,
it's
no,
just
no.
based
They
on the
had,
bones that they had found, and then did those. If those bones can, again, as evolution, we do have similar structural bones. That it may look like a giant could be part of a dinosaur,
yeah, no, no, totally.
right?
Agreed. But it's like, I think we're hitting a point where it's like, we need to look at everything objectively. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I understand what you're saying. Like, yeah, like I think gone are the days of trusting blindly,
Mm-hmm.
especially with like, it's just the
Oh, it
Epstein
shouldn't
files
be
just
like that. Yeah,
changed it.
yeah, yeah.
No, no, but you know what I mean? Like, no, no, so many people will trust blindly,
Well, no,
you
I
know,
don't
like,
disagree with that.
right?
Sure.
And even now, it's like you can just Google it. Just like, are you sure that's real? Just Google it, bro. Like, ask
Mm-hmm.
ChatGPT. Oh, ChatGPT is fake. Blah blah blah. It's like, okay, bro. So you're gonna believe nothing. You're gonna believe the pen and paper. You know, the textbook. Oh, the textbook was written, so it must be real. It's like that's why they have revisions every single year, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Because they need to change things that are like, oh, that's outdated. Oh, it's not real.
Yeah,
You know, that's why you have to buy a new textbook every year, bro. Because things change.
yeah. At least in
You
textbooks,
know what I'm
there's
saying?
revision. But
Right?
other
No, no,
books,
right,
no.
right. But no, totally. But it's just like, let's not move forward so trustingly anymore.
Right.
You know, like everyone has everyone has my best interest at heart. It's like, no. But this
Mm.
goes back to the UBI thing, and like I can't fully jump. That's why I'm like, I need to believe in some sort of good in humanity, or else I'm just gonna be like, humanity's crazy. You know? Because like all these things, I'm just like, it's
Right.
kind of weird.
Well, I mean, it depends on how you look at it. Um, there's always going to be some weirdness in humans, but at the same time, like, I just think about it like 100 years ago, how people used to live, and how I'm living. Right.
No, no, for sure. No, it's 1,000%. One, no,
Right.
right, no, right. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
There's
Yeah.
someone there, or not someone, but like we're moving in a certain direction, um, along with progress. There's going to be some weirdness going to happen.
Yes.
Right.
Um, let me ask something. What is mm, okay? It's gonna sound like really. If it goes too spiritual, I'll use a different word because I know the correct word I'm trying to use, but I'm just gonna ask you this way. What is enlightenment? Like like hold on because I know what you're gonna say, and it's like that's not what I mean. I don't mean like spiritual enlightenment.
Mm-hmm.
I don't not like that.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
mean like what is it like? Oh, I'm enlightened to this. What is like understanding? All right, I'm just gonna switch the word. Not enlightenment, understanding. What is understanding?
Understanding how things work, or
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. Just
yeah,
understanding. Like what is like oh you understand that now. Like if you go to
You-
school, do you
yeah,
understand it?
right.
Right. But then you have like I went to school for marketing and I'm like, oh, I think I understand marketing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I apply marketing and I'm like, oh no, I understand marketing now. Like I get it now.
Sure,
Because
right.
like I'm using the tools and I'm like when you go to school, you have a baseline theory
So
of how things
there's
work.
understanding and
You know
then
what I'm saying?
experience with that
No,
understanding.
knowledge and experience.
Okay, so yeah, knowledge. Yeah,
Yeah,
so the
yeah.
knowledge just comes from the whatever's being taught, right? That's your knowledge base, and experience
Yeah.
is what you use from that and it works. That's your
Right.
real world
And
experience.
exactly. And then understanding, I'm just going to switch it for enlightenment, more like, oh, I'm enlightened to that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you use spiritual enlightenment, that's not really what I mean. It's
Yeah, I
more
know what
like
you mean. Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah, yeah.
enlightened to that. Oh, I know what that means
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
You know what I
that's what
mean?
they say. Like when even in like history, they this is the Enlightenment period, right? Some
Okay,
growth.
that's where I'm going. That's where I'm going. Okay. So they say that we're entering into the age of Aquarius, right? And what that is the
I don't know
age
what
of enlightenment. Oh, exactly. I'm about to tell you. So, like all spiritual people, they're like, if you track the stars, we're entering into the age of Aquarius, and the age of Aquarius is the age of enlightenment.
Now, what does
Okay,
the age mean? Like, how long we talking?
like 1,000 year periods,
Wow.
like very very long time scales.
So when did it
Okay,
switch?
we're entering into it. It's not like here we are. It's like a gradual gradient, like a
No, I
transitionary phase.
understand it. So what were we in before?
The age of oh damn, I don't remember. It's a different age.
Okay.
Ah, I want to know actually. Hold on one second. What is?
And
Oh,
it's
let
a
me ask
cycle, right?
ChatGPT,
These
bro.
things always go in cycles, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. Okay, hold on. Let's ask ChatGPT.
When
It's
was the
way
last
faster.
age of enlightenment?
They, yugas. Have you heard of
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yugas?
yeah.
Like Kali Yuga and stuff. Yeah, so it's like cyclical periods,
Yeah, yeah, I know that
and
one.
and
Yeah.
right, and it's just another version of the yugas, or
Mhm,
like
mhm.
it's just like transitions. It's just like different. Like, are you Chinese or are you like Greek? Because like the Chinese will believe a different thing, or like we're entering into the age of the year of the horse, where you have
Yeah.
to like sprint now. You know what I mean? So it's like it's all it's all depending on what culture you're following. But like, all right, what comes before the age of Aquarius? Hold on.
Mhm.
So what comes before the age of Aquarius? Great ages. Age of Pisces. Okay, here we go. Age of Pisces. Age of Pisces is the current period and it's just ending. And the Age of Aquarius is the one we're moving into next. So it goes from, to go backwards, Age of Leo, Age of Cancer, Age of Gemini, Taurus, Aries, Pisces, which we're now in, and then Aquarius. And each one lasts about 2,160 years. So that's why we're going into it. So the age of Pisces, symbol of fish, themes, beliefs. Oh, wow. This is interesting. The themes of the age of Pisces are belief, sacrifice, salvation, duty, and mysticism, often linked with Christianity. Okay. Um, age of, okay, hold on one second. So that was Pisces,
So this is every 2,000 years.
2,000 years. So what does the
So for the
age
last
of Aquarius represent?
2,000 years, I guess is start of Christianity, right?
Yeah, that's why I said, yeah, it's like, it's more, um,
Well, start
ooh,
of
this is cool. Here we
yeah.
go.
Go ahead.
All right. So, core meaning of Age of Aquarius. So, Age of Pisces was the age of faith. It's real. You actually saw that. Like, what are those wars? Like where they went around killing people, the
The
Dark Ages.
Templar.
Yeah, yeah, the Templars. Aquarius is the age of direct understanding. You don't just believe, you learn, test, and experience, which we were just talking about.
Right.
Right. And, all right, that's enough
But it
ChatGPT.
seems like
Thank you.
a religion is coming, or maybe
No,
looks
no,
like
no.
that.
It looks like that. It's because we don't know, when you don't know something, you default to religion,
Okay.
right? Whereas like, no, think about it. Like everything you're like, oh, it's the god of the volcano. Oh, it's the god of weather. Let's just rain dance. You know what I
Sure.
mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think that when people get like nervous, this is me speaking. I think when people get nervous and they want to find a footing, they default to religion.
Mhm.
And a lot of people are like, oh, like UFOs. Like you can look at it like religion's real, or you can look at it like religion is a cargo cult for UFOs. And that's what I think it is. I think that there was like a highly advanced civilization and we just deified them,
Right.
right? Like if you saw a spaceship, you'd be like, oh, dude, you must be more advanced than me. You must be a
Mhm.
god,
Mhm.
you know? And it was in that book of Enoch too. Like they brought him up to the tower and then he watched Earth from above. And I was like, bro, this is like an alien thing. Like I didn't think it was like actually about aliens, but you know,
Mhm.
the description is very alien-like. So, all right, going back to the age of Aquarius, I think that's why we found out about the Epstein files. I think that's why we're finding out about like the 9/11 stuff, the UFO stuff. I think it's like we can't be so trusting, and that's why I'm like we can't throw anything out anymore. We have to look at things and be like, okay, what does this really mean, bro?
Mhm.
And that is what the age of Aquarius says. It's like, okay, what does this mean? Right? Like think about like without the internet. Okay, we would have just believed anything. You only hear about it through the news. Okay, so easy, just like control the media. If you control the news, you control the narrative.
Hmm.
But now we have like multiple. I can order a book on Amazon. I can ask ChatGPT. I can Google it myself. You know what I mean? Like information gets out there so much that it's like you can't hide anymore. And I think that this is the dying out of the old world.
Hmm.
What do you think?
Yeah, no, I don't disagree.
Right? It actually makes logical sense that this would be the period of it because we just got the internet. So it's like, of course, you're entering the age of enlightenment, bro. Because like information's literally at your fingertips.
For the American, I mean, yeah, I understand that. Technically,
They yeah.
I'm just saying, like the ones who created the internet were the.
Um, no, I think it was an unintended consequence. They didn't expect the internet to be. The internet was mainly used for like communication internally, right? For the army, and then they released it out for commercial use. I think it's like you can't put the genie back in the bottle. They didn't realize what they released. They didn't think it would become like this. Mark Zuckerberg says it all the time. Like I was just watching Social Network, and he was literally just trying to make a like a dating thing
Hmm.
because he got broke up with his girlfriend, and then like he's like, oh, I'm gonna get her back. So he made like Facebook, and then it turned into this thing. And now it's like you can run ads on Facebook. You can like manipulate governments with Facebook. Like he was like, damn, I didn't expect you to be this crazy. Jack Dorsey, the inventor of Twitter, also said that he's like, that's why he sold it. And he's like, I'm off it because like I didn't expect it to become this.
Hmm.
I was just trying to
He
like
created
post
a new thing though,
updates.
didn't he?
What do you do?
Blue Sky, kind of like a Twitter.
Oh, we have threads now. Like, come on, bro. How many social networks are we gonna need? You know? Yeah. So well, actually, that's a good thought. Do you think social media is saturated now? Like, what could you possibly come out with that hasn't
No,
been
that's
created?
what I heard was that there's so much information that we don't know if it's real or not that people are maybe pushing away from social because they don't know what.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, okay. You know what's really interesting? Full transparency here. Like, as I was telling your brother about this, because he was like, "Oh, did you see that person post this thing?" And I was like he's this guy that we like climb with.
Yeah.
He's like I think he's the owner of the climbing gym that we go to, and like I really like his editing style. So like your brother's like, yeah, he reposts his own videos on this thing, and I was like, oh, I didn't see that. He's like, oh yeah, blah blah, and I was like, oh, I actually don't use social media like that, bro. Like I know I post a lot, but I post in ghost. Like I actually don't like use it. I
Hmm.
use it for like information, like maybe like I'd say like 90-10, bro. Like 90% of the time I'm just posting things and then 10% of the time I'm like consuming information.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So like I see it like that. So when you say like, oh, people are like not trusting of social media and stuff, I'm like, but what are you getting off of social media? Like I don't get like information from there. I see a
Well, a
clip
lot
and I'm
of
like,
people
let me go
do.
watch that podcast. No, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like I think we need to switch that as well. Like our use and understanding of social media, you know?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like I can understand why you would get off it, but like it's it's a great tool for like inspiration. For me, it's for inspiration. Like I'll see an anime thing, I'm like, that's cool.
Hmm.
Or like I'll see a creative edit, I'm like, let me try and edit that myself, you know? Like I think we're using it incorrectly. Like I don't think we should ban it. I think we're just using it incorrectly, you know? Or maybe
Sure.
I'm wrong because I don't use it like that.
No, there's. No, I don't think there's a full book of how to use it.
No. Of course. But it's
Right.
like it's no, but all right. So it's like the money thing, right? If you have a stack of $2,000,
Yeah.
and I'm like, here you go, and here you go. Like, how are you going to use it, right? It's like there's no rule book,
Hmm.
but like I don't think you should. You probably shouldn't blow that money.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like an internal knowledge base.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I understand that.
Yeah. So like don't go to social media for like your be all end all. Like use it as like a starting point and then
Hmm.
research it further. You know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with
Like I
that.
listen.
I
Yeah,
think
right.
that's not what's happening.
So tell me what is happening. Like I don't,
People
I'm
just
not
get the
tapped
new
in like that.
10-second video or whatever it is.
Mm,
Believe it.
That's kind of weird. But
Mhm.
like, I feel like that'll course correct. That's why a lot of them are
That's what
not
I'm
going to
saying.
social
Yeah, yeah,
media.
exactly.
Yeah. What do you think about this new thing about? Because I heard this recently, that Gen Z isn't going to the bars anymore. They don't drink and they're not going out to like socialize.
Yeah.
But like, why? Like, is it because like alcohol's dumb? It's not good for your body, or is it
I don't know. I
like?
don't know. I don't. I could be some parts of that, but I don't know if I necessarily believe that.
All right, so this is what I heard, and I'm just like, I don't know if I believe this. So like, but maybe you're like, oh, sounds correct. That everything is online now, so like you can't like hide. So like if you're at a bar and you like act dumb, they're gonna post it.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
I don't know if it's necessarily
really?
that.
That's your
I don't know if I
fear,
believe.
bro? Like,
I don't know if I necessarily believe that one. Just don't. This is not the way people socialize. Bars and
that's
stuff
what
is an
I'm.
old school way of social.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, yeah, like even when you and I were younger, we're like,
We didn't go
bars
to
seem kind of
the
dumb. It's like,
yeah.
no, I was like, it's kind of a waste of money, bro. And like, if you're drunk, how do you get home? Like, it's not like we didn't get drunk. We just do it closer to home. We wouldn't like mission for like 2 hours downtown, and then you have to get an Uber driver to drive you back home.
Sure.
It's like, dog, I could just do that at home. Like, well,
Hmm.
why do I need to deal with that
Right.
situation? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hmm.
And I think like from a youth perspective, I can understand how a lot of the things we did were very like boomery. Like
Hmm.
I can understand like even like as a kid, like you and I were like not just you and I, but like a few people were just like, this seems a little dumb,
Hmm.
And then like the youth of today are like, oh, that's dumb. And it's like we all kind of knew it was dumb.
Right.
Like house parties or something, like your parents are
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
gonna have a
Yeah.
house party. It's like, bro, come on, like somebody's gotta clean that up.
Hmm.
Like what are you doing? you
Sure.
know?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like
But I also don't know about
uh,
the. I think I do agree with maybe the drinking part reducing, but I think marijuana could probably increase.
increase. No, it has increased. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. No, I know, like, I won't name any names, but like,
Hmm.
I know people who have chosen that over alcohol. And I'm like, that's a better choice, bro. Like, alcohol's not good for your body. Not that, like, the studies are still out on like marijuana, but like, just from a physiological perspective, like, alcohol really shuts down a lot of things. It's very toxic for your body. Like, it has to like process it out, you know? So it's like, I can understand like hangovers, you know? Why
Yeah.
would you want a hangover, bro?
Right.
It's like, that's crazy.
Hmm.
Yeah. I can totally empathize with why you would think that that kind of drug use is um not good. Well, one thing I heard is like Gen Z is really focused on like keeping their body clean in
Okay.
comparison to like they're really health conscious now.
Hmm.
I'm like, okay, that tracks with like not drinking, you know. Like I feel like in the future, like most people are just gonna be doing like mushrooms and weed. Like mushrooms are starting to become legal, bro. You can like buy them at like
Hmm.
stores. A ton of people are just like, yeah, I just bought like a little cap of mushroom. You're just like, but it's not like legal. It's like remember when weed was becoming legal, and then you're like, I don't know if I
Medical.
trust it.
Talking about medical.
No, not even medical. Like there were like stores downtown that you could buy it from.
But
It
wouldn't
was
you?
like so it was sketchy, and they were always being raided. It's
Oh
like it would be
no,
like
but I think that they would have to have that
yeah,
medical marijuana license.
yeah, but they were selling it to anyone.
No, I understand that. That
Yeah,
is. I get that portion being illegal, non-medical
yeah, exactly.
card holder.
Yeah. But like the same thing's happening now with like mushroom stores. Like I see mushroom stores, and like I'm like, how is that open?
Mm.
Like, but just like how weed stores were getting raided all the time, I'm sure those stores are getting raided. But like, I'll wait till it's not. Like I want a little regulation, guys. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to like when you're buying
Yeah.
the weed in the beginning, you're like, I don't know if you lace us with something to make it stronger, and
Right.
it's
Sure.
like I'd appreciate some regulation here. But
Mm.
anyways, so like I think that that's going to be the drug of choice in the future because those things are like transient. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like they come and go. It's like you're not going to get a crazy hangover the next day.
Right.
But the thing about that though is those are also consciousness expanding drugs. So if you read into like the lore, that's why I'm so pro like certain drugs because they're like they're not meant to dull your senses. Like when you drink alcohol, it's an inhibitor. So like you can be more like talkative, you can be more social. It's a social lubricant, right? Because it inhibits. And that's
Sure.
why a lot of people like get a little like rapey on them, you know? Because
Okay.
like they're so like
Hmm.
numbing. You're not thinking of consequences. But like the consciousness expanding drugs, they will make you freak out. You know what I mean? Just like they'll make you reevaluate your life decisions.
Hmm.
So like that's not really like that's not like a like I can understand why we're moving more towards the age of enlightenment. Because as more people do this stuff, they're like, why did I make those life choices, bro?
Right.
You know what I mean? Whereas
Hmm.
like alcohol, it's like, oh, I don't care about my past life choices. Yeah.
Hmm.
Like I'm saying like the internet, like everything's conducive towards us moving towards some age of enlightenment, Introspection, drugs, and like the internet. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think? It's crazy. You think it's
No. No.
like it
I
all makes
think
sense, right? Like
it makes sense.
all these little levers are being pulled and we're just like being rocketed towards waking up.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. Slowly
Yeah, slowly,
transition.
yeah. Transitionary period. Um all right, anything else about the Epstein thing that you want to bring up? Because you do have one thing that I was like, this is pretty interesting.
I found like one website that has put up whatever videos that they.
There's videos. I thought those weren't real. That's why I didn't watch them. I was like, it's probably
I'll
AI,
show you
bro.
some videos. I mean, this
No, dude,
news place,
don't freak me out, bro.
put up the whole video. Like whatever, all the videos that they have is all put in as like 2 hours, 3 hours total length of the, but including all the
Dog.
footages.
No, no,
You can
no.
see like a drone footage of the island. It's
Okay,
like
but
one of the
but
first
but
videos.
but the things you're gonna show me aren't gonna freak me out, right? Because like some of the stuff that I saw was like
I
that's why I was
didn't
like,
watch
it's gotta
all of
be
it. I
AI,
just
bro.
only seen like a
Okay,
few bits in the beginning.
because
But a
I
lot of
saw
the
some
things
like blacked out
are
bodies, bro. Blacked out, right?
blacked out. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Like I don't wanna see into that darkness, bro.
Mm.
Because like I think that, but again, it's like going back to like the age of faith and the age of enlightenment, like Pisces, the age of faith. It's like you had faith that these people were doing the right thing.
Hmm.
Now we're like, oh, wait, people can be corrupted. So maybe we should focus on discernment,
Hmm.
age of enlightenment type of thing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm not, I'm like, you got to like caution as we watch the videos, but like,
Sure.
I'm semi excited, um, about that. Um, actually, one question before I say this last thing. Are you at all like what are your thoughts on the UFO disclosure thing that's allegedly coming out? Like even Obama said, but he had to correct himself. Do you see that? He made a post and he's like, I didn't mean like they're visiting us and blah blah blah.
But he didn't even
Like
say
on a pod.
if you watch his video, it was fine.
No. But the subcontext about is there a he said unless there is a conspiracy of like a government like hiding everything. But I'm
Yeah.
like, but that's the program, bro. Like, no, what you're saying is called the program. That's what they're trying to out. The age of disclosure is about like the CIA controlling the narrative.
Yeah. No, all he was saying is that he's never seen it.
No, totally.
Yeah, that's all he said.
N- but that's not the part that made me think. It was how he said, unless there's organization hiding it from the
Yeah, yeah,
president. I'm
I know,
like,
I saw that.
but there
Yeah.
is, bro. No, but I'm like, but there is. That's the program. That's what the age of disclosure documentary is about.
Hmm.
So I'm like, it's kind of weird that I feel like it's coming to a head, and I think like Trump will make an announcement about the UFO stuff.
Hmm.
But like, I just like, I think at this point it'll feel like a distraction.
I feel like it's a distraction. I think the isn't it the
It'll be
Clinton?
real. It'll be real, but it'll feel like a distraction.
No,
That's what
no,
I
I
mean.
know, I know, I know. Isn't the Clintons doing that interview
I'm
with
waiting for that. Yeah, we're
Congress like on the
same time.
27th or something
What, February?
month? Yeah,
No,
I'm not sure if it's
no.
confirmed, but I thought that was a day.
Oh my God, tell me about it. What is like a live televised thing?
Yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah,
like
yeah. I think it's live. Yeah,
no,
I think so.
no, just like the UFO thing.
I
They're
think
gonna
so.
do that? That's
Don't quote me on
crazy,
the date yet.
bro. No, that's crazy if they do that.
So Epstein's not gonna go away. They do that.
Okay, I heard on Tim Dillon's podcast. Like I heard what you're saying on the Tim Dillon podcast, but like I didn't know if it was real. So
Mm.
like you confirm it. I'm like, no, that can't be real, bro. So like he was saying that the reason why they would want to do the live video, like I thought somebody would block that. The reason why they want to do like the live video is because the last thing they can do is screw over Trump.
Yeah, this was 3 days ago. News on NBC News. Clinton scheduled to give House oversight testimony next week.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Do you see
February
that thing I
26th and
sent?
27th.
Whoo, it's Thursday,
I don't know.
Friday.
Is I don't know. Like, yeah, it's gonna be live. I'm not sure.
Oh boy, that'll be interesting. Did you see the thing where they're trying to invoke the 25th Amendment or something and like try and kick out Trump? I sent you that thing, but I didn't know it was real.
I don't know if it's right.
Okay. I mean, dude, if the Clintons come out with something great, like what Tim Dillon, I think it was Tim Dillon, who was saying like, um, if they do this, they'll be like, yeah, we were eating babies. Yeah, we were, but Trump was there too. Like, I think they're trying to do it so that it's like, cause apparently like Trump screwed over Hillary for her running. So the Clintons want to screw over Trump before he leaves office. Like they
I
hate
don't
each
think
other
that's
or
the reason
something.
that they're. I think they're what they're doing is because the way that they were releasing the files was to put blame on Clintons, and
Oh,
they're
interesting.
mad about that because you're.
Okay, okay.
I feel like that's the reason.
That makes way more logical sense than the Tim Dillon one. That's why it's like so much information. You're like, what can I discern, bro? Like, what's real? But that makes sense. Yeah, it's like it's not us, bro. It's you. And then they're just gonna say, but what if they come out with some craziness, bro? What if they're like, yeah, we were trafficking children. Trump was in charge of it. Oh boy.
Hmm.
Or what if you get something ridiculous where it's like they're like, I can neither confirm nor deny, something like that,
Sure.
or like some
Yeah.
Cash Patel stuff. Did you see who was the person, Pam Bondi, blonde?
Hmm.
She was on. All right, so did you watch any of that congressional hearing?
I did. Yeah, that's the one I was talking about.
And I was like when I was watching, I was like, bro, like you're just avoiding the question. She's like,
Yeah.
when she's like, they're like, what happened with like Trump is the best president ever? And you're like,
Yeah.
bro, you're just wasting time. No, you're wasting time. You're wasting my time to speak. And then time's up. Okay, we're done. And you're like, what
And
just
that's
happened
probably
here?
all she had in those binders. What to say about that person from?
Ooh, interesting. Okay. Do
Like
you think
when
Cash
someone
Patel
like I
also?
forgot like which state spoke someone, and then she's like, "Oh, you've had so many illegal immigrants in your state," something like that. Like these are in her probably in her
Yeah,
notes. It's
like a distraction tactic.
a distraction tactic.
But it's just like Cash Patel, same thing. I watched his full thing and I was like, bro, you're like, it's obvious you're trying to avoid things.
Hmm.
What do you make of that thing where he was making the signal where he was like rubbing his ear? Do you see that video? Where like they gave him like the files to read and he read them and he was like he looked straight at the camera and then he looked back and then he started rubbing his ear.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Oh, they were saying like he was signaling someone because he kept reading it and he looked at the camera and then he looked back and then he rubbed his ear and then like he did it a few times and it was like, what are you trying to say?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. That's if he's saying something or is. Did he do
That's his
those
like
kinds
nervous
of
tick.
messaging out today?
True, true. It's just interesting to speculate on. Yeah.
Sure.
All right, all right, all right. Last thing. Anything else about that?
No,
Oh, wait, wait. Do you see the DJ Vlad JC thing?
no.
Okay, so DJ Vlad is a very prominent music interviewer, and then the thing in the Epstein files came out about Jay-Z, and then he like tweeted this whole thing about like if I get killed after this tweet, you'll know who did it, but I can't lie anymore. Rock Nation's been paying me, and they've been paying jurors, and they've been paying like the police, and like Jay-Z controls everything, and you're just like, well, what's going on, bro? You know?
Hmm.
It's like, but again, it's if you come from the underworld, is it any? Because like Jay Z used to sell cocaine, right? And that's how he got big. Like he paid for his recording studio time with like selling coke, and it's just like if you came from that, are we even surprised that you do nefarious things?
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like you came from that world, so like should we even be shocked?
Right.
It's like when a UFC fighter gets into a fight outside of their UFC ring, you're like, but he's a fighter, bro.
Hmm.
You know? Anyways, okay, okay. Last thing. Why did we not know that food can be so like beneficial for you and still taste good? So what I mean by that is, have you ever heard of a Ninja Creamy? Okay, so it's a new thing that's been like become popularized. Basically, you make ice cream at home, but you can make it in a healthy way. Like obviously, it was
Oh,
made
you're
for
talking
like
about
people who
the
just
ice cream machine? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've seen
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
The Ninja, yeah, it's like a black machine. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so because like Tara's in that like weight loss thing, like they've been talking about like the Ninja Creamy, and I'm like, okay, well, what is this thing? So we got it, and I was expecting it to taste like trash. 'Cause I'm like, nah, it's like it's made of like cottage cheese, like it's basically high protein, low calorie, and it tastes like Haagen Dazs, bro.
Hmm.
And I'm just like, why didn't we sell this? I actually said I turned to Tara and I was like, why don't we just sell this? Like we just
Right.
make a bunch of Ninja Creamies and sell them, you know? And she's like, oh, logistically, blah blah. There's a reason why like it wouldn't work. But like, I was like, why are you selling Haagen Dazs when you can sell this, bro? Like,
Hmm.
why is our whole thing centered around? I think this is akin to the Age of Enlightenment, where you start to realize like the things we're like buying aren't really good for us, but there are healthy ways to make those alternatives.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And I think like millennials, now that we're in the age of like the popular consumer majority, right? Is it any wonder that like ice cream, like literally my diet is like ice cream, pizza, and pop, but they're all like just healthy versions of the exact same thing. Like the dough that I make for the pizza is made of like cottage cheese and like some flour, but it's like high protein again, low calorie. And the ice cream, high protein, low calorie. The pop is like, it's actually just fizzy water that's flavored.
Hmm.
And you're like, which millennial invented this? Because they grew up eating that stuff, but it wasn't good for you. And then like they invented these things, and you're like, bro, like I'm living out my dreams. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So I think as we transition more and more towards like, I wonder if Gen Z's thinking that way too. They're like, why would I eat this when I can eat this?
Sure. I think.
You know what I mean? And I think that like again, this is why I cannot believe in like negativity for humanity.
Hmm.
Like I have to believe that we are like inherently good and that we will figure it out,
Yeah.
or else I'll just be nihilistic. But like some signs are just showing me that I think the future is gonna be really sick.
Hmm.
As long as we move towards, or maybe it's a small, or what, all right, here's the real question. Do you think it's a small minority who's going to figure it out and then they're going to like make their own future sick? Or do you think it's going to be like the whole world is going to make the future sick? Sick isn't like good, not sick, like
Yeah.
unhealthy. Yeah. Like if
Uh,
Gen Z is focusing, like maybe we'll die. Maybe like millennials were the last transitionary phase, and then Gen Z is all going to be like, healthy and like conscious and like they're all like kumbayaing. Like, why
I,
do we have war, bro? We should have war.
sure. I mean, some things, yeah. I don't know if it's food is a longer game.
Like, what do you mean? Like, no, I think that like retail, like we haven't bought takeout in like a while.
Hmm.
Like at least like I don't know. Well, I guess maybe like before I just started this, like maybe like 3, 4 weeks now. But usually we always buy some sort of takeout like twice a week, right? But
Right.
like the last time we got takeout, it was not good. Like not even health wise. It was just like we ate it and we're like, damn, we could make something better.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like it just kind of turned us off
Hmm.
having takeout because we could literally just make a better version. But like I wonder if that trend keeps going, will restaurants go out of business and then like Gen Z and the future versions of that will just like start to live healthy, Like are we entering into utopia? Can you see us entering into a utopia?
Sure.
That'll be the question.
When? I don't know. Sure.
No, but can you see us? Like can you see a utopia? Basically like everyone's happy, healthy, whatever. The golden age of humanity.
Hmm.
The Atlantis that everyone spoke about in like mythical times. Like if you go in like historical textbooks, they're like there was an Atlantis before and like it was perfect. Everyone until the army stormed the gates and then they killed everyone. They became too soft, and
Right.
then that's when the cycle repeats again.
Yeah.
Like I kind of feel like I
I can see pockets
inherently
of that.
feel
I don't
like
know if it's necessarily the whole world.
oh interesting, okay.
Not the whole world is not on the same level playing.
And then is that where you have the army storming the gates again? Like let's say the West becomes like the utopia, and then like everywhere else just kills us.
Hmm.
Maybe that is what happened. And then it restarts the cycle all over again.
Yeah. I'm just looking at
But like,
what's happened
yeah,
before.
no, agreed. But
Right.
but I don't think before we weren't as connected. Like we didn't have the internet. You know,
Hmm.
if there are UFOs, like we don't have 0 point energy back then. I mean, like
But it seemed like,
yeah.
well, I understand that, but if Atlantis existed,
But like there weren't enough people on Earth. Is what I'm saying. Like they weren't as interconnected. What
that
I'm
we
really
know of.
wondering is like right, exactly. So what I'm really wondering is like how they say like oh an asteroid hit Earth and then we reset the civilization 12,000 years ago and then we're just a rebuilding of that civilization. Let's say all of because what I'm hearing now in the UFO space is like there is a defense system that was created on Earth that's protecting the Earth, right? And then now the big thing is like everyone's like oh the defenses are breaking down and that's when like other alien life can come and attack us. It sounds like so Star Wars, but like let's say
So who did
Atlantis
the
figured
defense
out
system?
Atlantis. So
Oh,
like there
okay.
was an alien, there's a like a Anunnaki that came. They created like Atlantis, and then an asteroid hit, and then they went underground.
So
That's the
what? I don't
theory.
understand. Like, what is
Yeah,
the defense system that they created?
protecting us from asteroids, protecting us from like other
I
alien intruders.
no,
Yeah.
no, I get that. I'm saying, what is the system that they
Oh, the
to protect
orbs.
it?
Oh, like the UAPs that we're seeing
Yeah.
are actually like the defense system.
Oh,
And
okay.
also like the orbs they actually like not the translucent orbs like they down it's called the boogosphere and they're finding these like metallic orbs all around the earth now in the UFO space like they literally found these things and like the ones in Mexico being studied right now and
Right.
they're like oh this is a part of a control network that's like protecting the earth, right? And I'm like that sounds cool, like I don't know if it's real but like that is a cool storyline and it logically makes sense like you go underground, you get hit with this asteroid and you're like, oh, dude, let's never have that happen again. So they're like building tech underneath the ground. And then we finally caught up technologically that maybe they can integrate with us, or like they've been protecting us the whole time. I don't know, but
But wouldn't they
you
want
know
to
what I mean?
come
Like
back up then?
exactly. But like we aren't consciously. So the theory is that they're weak. So like we could like slaughter them, you know, and they are they're like they're like underground waiting for us to consciously evolve before they like reveal themselves. Once we become benevolent, they're like, oh cool, we can like chill everyone, you know?
Oh,
And
so
that's why they're
when did
like,
they go
yeah,
underground?
during I assume during the ice age, during when the 12,000 years ago a comet allegedly hit, and then
Yeah.
it started like a something, like
Okay.
a some sort of impact, you know?
And then where were the humans?
Oh, we were scattered, but we're like we're not civilized.
Okay.
Like it's like if we went to the Amazon tribe and we're like, bro, let's just build a base away from these Amazonians
Hmm.
because they're like too warring, you know? And then now we're theoretically hitting a point of like enlightenment so they can reveal themselves without worry of being like hurt. Because they also don't want to kill us, you know? They don't want to like slaughter us. So like
So wait, are they weak or
yeah.
are they not weak? I don't
No,
understand.
no, their technology is advanced than ours. Like they could literally they have like videos of like UFOs taking down nuclear missiles.
So
They're doing like nuclear tests and
no,
then
no,
like
I
UFO came.
understand that.
Yeah,
But why wouldn't it have come out earlier then? Why would they be afraid?
because we're not benevolent yet. So
No, no.
like yeah.
Why would you have let us come to this point with weapons if they already had weapons to be stronger?
Oh, because because it's like if we went to so Anunnaki, like they came from a different planet, right? So they, and this all sounds crazy, but it's all from the lore. So like they came here. It's like us going to the Amazon and we see like an uncontacted tribe. You don't want to wipe them out, bro. Like you're like, bro, you're just a uncontacted tribe. Like you don't even know. Like there's a reason why we don't wipe out like sharks. We don't wipe out
Yeah,
like gorillas. You know, a gorilla can literally kill you. Like one on one, it'll kill you, bro.
yeah, I understand that.
You
But
see what I mean?
we
But
have better weapons than them.
we have better
We don't
weapons,
kill
right?
them.
But what we don't kill them. So it's the exact same thing. It's like, oh, it's just a lower life form. We don't need to kill you, bro. We can just live on this planet underwater or in like a lot of people say Antarctica, but like
So did they
underwater
ever
and just
live
chill.
with humans? Another question.
No, no, that's what all the stories are of Quetzalcoatl, the seven sages. Remember the thing about the seven sages?
Hmm.
That's why we like, oh, you're the eighth sage. Remember that whole
Yeah,
storyline?
yeah, yeah.
So like those people went around the earth and they have depictions in hieroglyphs all over of like holding bags. And they say that those are the Anunnaki. Like when civilization was restarting, they gave everyone knowledge of like how to plant crops, how to like whatever.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Like they're just like they're like, hey, let's just help you guys out. But like you'll never attack us because we're at the bottom of the ocean. Like you
Hmm.
can't even get to us, you know?
But I was
So
saying
like it's kind
before
of like
that,
that.
they only went
Yeah.
down because of the asteroid, right?
No. So they had a an island that they were all like living off of, and that's
Hmm.
what they think the pyramids are. The pyramids are all around the Earth, and they're able to send like electricity around the Earth
Hmm.
to like power it. Sort of like our freaking telephone lines, or not telephone lines, our electric lines now.
Okay.
So like they were integrating, but then asteroids coming. They're like, oh, bro, we gotta like protect ourselves. Good luck with
Hmm.
you
Hmm.
guys. Yeah, they can't save everyone.
Right.
So
And
then
again,
we,
just to
yeah,
confirm, they are aliens.
yeah,
Okay.
they are aliens. But what they're saying, well, the biggest theory is that they're Martians.
Okay.
Yeah, that they, and
So
that's like you could see, yeah,
when did so they came a long time ago?
yeah, because they were having a war. This is so crazy that I know this. It's so crazy. Like I'm just like, it sounds like a story, bro. Like I'm just like telling you a story, like that movie I watched. But like no, I've watched like hundreds of hours of podcasts about this, and like the ones that make no sense, I'm like, this is like kind of weird. But I'm like piecing like a lot of people are saying the exact same thing. They just don't know they're all saying the same thing. You know what I mean? Like they're all independently researching this. Like Graham Hancock's like, I don't believe in aliens, but I learned about this ancient history from Graham Hancock, and I'm like, Graham Hancock, you know that that's like very lined up with this.
Hmm.
but he's like anti-alien for some reason. He thinks it's like we were smart enough to figure this out on our own, right? Anyways, so why did they leave Mars? Because they had a war, and they created a nuclear bomb. And what they're finding now on Mars is there's like a trace of radiation that is only you could only create it through like a nuclear blast. It doesn't happen naturally. So they're theorizing that the reason why Mars is like the way it is because they destroyed their atmosphere through a war, and then those escaped to come to Earth. So the
Okay.
first time I ever heard about this was Spirit Science, and when I first watched it, I was like, "This makes a lot of sense, but it sounds crazy."
Hmm.
Right? This is like well over like 13 years ago, like a long time ago, right? And then only recently have I listened to all this stuff. I'm like, oh, dude, that Spirit Science guy was correct the whole time.
Hmm.
Like it was like lore that he had picked up. And then like listening to this UFO stuff, I'm like, oh, that's exactly what you guys are saying, you know? And then science is starting to like catch up to it, like how they're like, oh, we found life on Mars.
Hmm.
Not like actual life, but like an excrement or something that like only can be created through life. So now they're bringing it back and they're like, oh, it seems like there's life on Mars. Remember that thing
Right.
like
Yeah.
NASA
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
like, there's a high probability there's life on Mars.
Hmm.
Okay. So, so yeah, with all that, it's like, yeah, war happened. They came to escape it. And then, this planet was already inhabited with
So there
Homo
were there
sapiens.
like different
Yeah.
species of those people, or they're not different species? I mean, like
Yeah.
different races of those people.
Yeah. So Anunnaki just means not from this earth. So they're saying that a lot of, so the big theory right now is that we are,
So, oh wait,
and
but
Tom
they had a.
DeLonge,
I was
okay,
just want to go back to the war thing. So they had a
yeah,
war. Who left? As in, did everyone
w-
leave?
no, not everyone. So like, some people left
And we
because
talking
like you
about
can't
only
bring
one.
everyone.
Yeah, are we talking
No,
about
no,
only
no one race.
one side left?
I think one side left. Yeah, one side left. So, and that's the
The other
Enki
side
and
couldn't leave.
no, because they're like at war. So there was like a Enki and uh, Anu, something. You know, it's Sumerian gods. It's
Sure.
their Anunnaki story. So the two brothers came and they were like warring and like they fought each other. One loved humans and they want to protect it, and then the other one didn't love humans. And that's where that whole storyline comes in. But and then the Sumerians talked about this. They talked. That's their origin story. Like the whole they didn't say they came from Mars, but they said that there's an Anunnaki, Anuna, or what they called the gods who came from the sky, who like populated and gave us knowledge of like writing, history, not history, writing, mathematics, and something else,
Hmm.
farming.
Probably, yeah.
And it was the original civilization,
Hmm.
the Sumerians. Like the very first civilization. Remember when we saw Graham Hancock and he's like, "Oh, you should read the book History Begins in Sumer." And I was like, "Oh, remember when we met him?" And then I like
Yeah.
asked him like, "Where do you get the book?" He's like, "Just get it on Amazon." I was like, "Oh, cool." So I bought the book and I read it. And basically the book is just about it has nothing to do with aliens. It's just like the first time humanity like in our form of like writing and whatever, writing, mathematics and school systems, like everything we do in society now it can be traced back to the Sumerians. They had school systems, they had like work, they had housing. Like it was the first time civilization showed up.
Hmm.
But the problem was they didn't know how it started. Because you can't just like wake up and build a civilization. They're just like, oh, historically we don't know anything beyond this, but that's the first point we're like, oh, it's civilization. Right. And then the Sumerians have these stories of gods that came down from the sky who like taught them all this.
Right.
And that's where like a lot of people like Zachariah Sitchin was like, oh, Anunnaki. And then he came up with the story of like the ninth, 10th planet
Hmm.
about like that's a planet that comes into our solar system. And like when the planet comes into our solar system, that's when they were able to jump into our space.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but, but other people are saying like it wasn't this 10th planet. It was like from Mars that these people came from. But then the warring species. So sorry, going back to it, it's just like, um, the reason why you hear about like reptilians and like the Nordics and like the Anunnaki
Hmm.
is because like they're all trying to compete for Earth. And what Tom DeLonge said, and like it's been backed by a lot of other people, not just Tom DeLonge, is that we are kind of like Syria, where like we have resources and there's a war happening to control those resources, and we're like Syrians that don't know what's going on. We don't know about America. We don't know about USA, like Russia and China. Does it make sense? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do see.
We're just caught. We're caught in a battlefield.
Okay.
Yeah, and theoretically, that's why they have the system that's controlling the Earth, like protecting the Earth. Remember the orbs that I was saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's how it all started.
yeah, exactly. It sounds freaking. I know it sounds freaking crazy, but it's just
No,
like
no, no,
that
no. I'm
actually
not. I'm not
makes
saying that. No, I just keep remembering the favorite show that I
what.
watched, Battlestar Galactica.
Oh yeah, dude, I gotta watch that in its entirety. Like I've seen like episodes through you, but like, yeah, that's what the storyline is, right? Like
Yeah,
they.
they're well, humans were already here and they left their planets, but that's why the horoscope stuff. Those are all their planets,
Oh, interesting. That's cool. That's cool,
and they left from a war with the Cylons.
dude. I gotta watch that. That maybe there's a lot of truth in Battlestar Galactica, bro.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of religious politics. Everything is in there, and the whole their thing was prophecy of coming to Earth.
Oh, really? And there were humans on Earth already?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so that's like it is Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah.
Like what you're saying is like that is what a lot of people see. This is the thing where it's like, did somebody write the idea or did they just hijack the idea?
Well, Battlestar Galactica, the one that I'm talking about is not the original. I don't know the original story. There's an older
Okay.
show about it from a long time.
Okay. But the TV show,
Yeah.
what you're saying, the one you loved, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, but I'm like, did they just hijack a story? Did they like read all these books and they're like, oh, this,
No
like, this
idea.
is the thing. It's like, but like, if you're
Yeah.
in the world, like you make all these connections, like
Sure.
that I was just explaining to you, and I'm like, oh, this could be a good movie story.
Hmm.
But it's like, but there's truth in it because you actually sourced from a lot of different things. Like listening to all these podcasts, I'm like, you guys are literally all saying the same thing. You just don't know you're saying the same thing, or maybe they do know. Who knows? But like, um, yeah, it all tracks, and that's why there's different races of. One other crazy theory is like, they can't explain how genetically we could all evolve so quickly because like like oh the Chinese were in a dusty environment so their eyes were smaller because like the sand was in their eyes or something, and like
Hmm.
that story about like the reason why we evolved in certain ways, like
Sure.
you're darker than me because of like the the sun exposure,
Yeah.
right? So they're saying that genetically that kind of genetic jump is too the time scale it would require is too large for the time scale that actually happened. So one other theory is that we're all descendants of different Anunnaki.
Okay.
So like the reason why we have different races, because there's still like I googled this after, like there is no definitive reason why genetics happened the way it did. They just like have a theory of like I think this works,
Sure.
you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
but it's being disproved all the time. They're like, oh, actually, genetic like time scale didn't work, blah blah blah, right? So they don't really know what the mutation was between you and me. Why do we look different?
Hmm.
And what they're saying is like we could just be different races of Anunnaki. Theoretically, like mated, like so like
Well,
there was like
based on what? How many thousands of years humans exist? Right. That's
100,000 years or something. Yeah.
yeah. So that if it goes back to 500,000 that way,
I don't know. I tried to Google like a video
because the history
on
of the humans thing that year has changed.
oh the how
Been on
far
here.
back we were.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So okay, like under the Anunnaki story is that like different races came and they interbred with Homo sapiens, and that's
Hmm.
what created like us, like different versions of us.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, it all sounds like fantastical, but like we can't throw it out, just like the Epstein files, bro. It's like what's real? Like I don't know. You really let's look into this. Like if there is smoke, there might be a fire. So it's like
Hmm.
let's look if there's a fire now.
Right.
Yeah. And I think the few there's few people who are willing to like look for the fire, that those people will be the ones to change textbooks. And then that's how information, because I was going to say like we should all look into it. It's like really like certain people will look into it and they'll disseminate it
Yeah,
to the populace.
right.
And like, yeah, yeah. Okay. It was a long
Yeah,
ending thing. We try to talk about ice cream and we just started talking about aliens, bro. Just like, I don't know. Oh yeah. I'll try and check out the Battlestar Galactica because that there's probably a lot of truth in that. That'd be very interesting to watch.
it's been a long time.
Yeah, you love that. You
Oh
love
yeah.
that show. And that teacher of yours too, like loved it too, remember? In college?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was in like the zeitgeist.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, any final thoughts? Yo, for real though. For real. For real. All right. Hopefully next week the Clinton thing will happen. We can watch it and then we can like talk about it. That'd be so gnarly.
Yeah.
All right. Till next week. Take it easy, Vish. All right. Hope you enjoyed that episode. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, all those fun things, and check out our sponsors: Zenro Clothing Co., Portian Bakery, and Podbean. Take it easy, Vish.
Peace.